Morning to one and all present here, and thank you for the wonderful introduction. I'm Dr. Niveditha Kamaraj, infertility specialist and cosmetic gynecologist. I'd like to ask you all, what is a three-letter word that most of us shy away from or is always accompanied with shh? Say it softly. Any guesses? What is that three-letter word? I want you all to guess. Yes, it is the word sex. How many of us come from homes where the word sex is never openly spoken about? Most of us, right? Indeed, we live in a country which sends rockets to the moon, but struggles to say three simple words: sex, fertility, intimacy. When we wrap silence around these topics, we just don't hide conversations. We hide pain. We hide struggles. Sometimes we even hide death. As a gynecologist, as a sexologist, as a fertility specialist, I've sat across hundreds of couples. I've celebrated their joys. I've witnessed their heartbreaks. I've seen how religion, culture, and family pressure twist the most natural parts of life into heavy chains. Let me tell you an incident about a couple. I want you all to imagine this. Two young people, married for 1 year, sitting right across me, smiling silently, holding hands, but I could sense a distance between them. She had vaginismus. For all of you who do not know what vaginismus is, it is a female sexual problem. He had erectile dysfunction, again, a male sexual problem. But they looked terrified. But I knew that it was not biology that broke them. It was the noise from their families. It must be her fault, said some of them. No, it must be his fault, said the other few. Could you sense a pattern? Blame game, finger pointing, as if intimacy were a courtroom. We worked together with the couple. Slowly and gently, they came out of their struggle. And for the very first time, they discovered intimacy without fear. But then came the next demand. Now, can they have a baby? She had PCOS, a very simple condition. And he had low sperm count, again, a treatable condition. But the blame game began again. We could see the girl was sinking into depression. The husband was struggling too, but society was kinder to him. Despite our reassurances, despite our counseling, despite our treatment, the pressure was louder than their love. And both of them stopped coming. Months later, the husband returned. This time with a new file and a new wife. The first wife had ended her life. This was the cost of silence. This was the cost of taboos. This was the cost of blame. How crucial is this? And this is not an isolated event. I've seen countless lives lost. Love bleed out of marriages. Couples heading for divorces not because of fertility alone, because of the weight of shame and expectation. It's not just about making babies, right? It's about love. It's about marriage. It's about life. Tell me, when are we going to do something to stop witnessing such stories? How many more women should carry the guilt for something that is not even their fault? How many men should hide behind silences instead of seeking help? Sex is not about duty. It is not about meeting someone's expectation. It is not about proving your worth. So it is a connection. It is about honesty. It is about saying what you need. See, today on this stage, I will tell you, you must be selfish in sex. Selfish enough to say, this is what I want. This is what I need. Because only when two voices are heard will intimacy become reality. We still live in a society where the female partner does not open up and say anything to the male partner. They don't know, they don't figure out intimacy, and that leads to a lot of marital conflict. Imagine a world where a woman can say, not now, without feeling guilt. Imagine a world where a male partner can say, I need help, without feeling shame. Imagine a world where a couple can say, this is our choice, without fearing family and society. How do we bring about this change? How do we stop more lives, more futures from being lost? Change does not begin in clinics and hospitals. Change begins at home. Children grow up listening about studies, marks, even marriages. But we never tell them about their own body parts. Today, a girl's first period is celebrated with bangles and saris, but no one even explains to her what menstrual bleeding is. When a boy's voice deepens, they say, he's becoming a man. But no one teaches him what consent means. See, silence is taught young. Shame is taught young. Confidence must also be taught young. Step one for change is education builds confidence. Age-appropriate comprehensive sexual education. Why? Because only when you are a child and you understand your body without shame will you become an adult in future who doesn't fear seeking help. Because step two is normalize seeking help. Even today, couples run to astrologers, temples. They blame family curses without even stepping into clinics to test them. Faith has its place, right? But science has its place too. And science clearly says, when you're stressed, hormones like cortisol will lower your fertility. Therapy, counseling, medical guidance, these are not weaknesses. That's how it's seen upon. You go take treatment, something's wrong with you, you're weak. These are the only treatment. Step two, shared responsibility. The moment in Indian homes when a couple fails to conceive, the blame immediately lands on the woman. There are countless studies saying that fertility is never one-sided. Male infertility cases are on the rise. But we don't believe in data. We will continue blaming women, right? We must educate our children, both boys and girls, that this is a shared journey. This is an equal journey. The last step is community and conversations. In our own towns and cities, we must create safe spaces for couples to talk freely about sex, about fertility, without whispers, without judgment. When we speak, we unlearn. When we unlearn, we get empowered. A society which allows its people to speak, to ask, to seek help, that society unlocks something which is far greater than medicine itself. It unlocks choice, it unlocks resilience, it unlocks dignity. Today, I want you all to do an experiment with me, a small one, yeah? I want you all to raise your palms and show me. Show me your palms. All right, thank you. Now, can you close your fingers and make a fist?
Same palm, fist. Yeah. Thank you. Now, can you show me your palm again without releasing your fingers? Without opening your fingers? Difficult, not possible? Okay. Now, use your other hand and release the fingers and show me your palm now. Possible? This was easy or even casual, right? But why did you not think about it? When I said open, why did you not think about using the other hand? Let me tell you why. Because I gave you a script. I gave you a norm. You know, this is symbolic to life itself. We are brought up with lots of scripts and norms. We grow up with it. Cultures, religion, taboos, stigmas that silence us, that limits us, even when we need help. Today you must learn to break that script. Break that norm if you must seek help. It can be something as simple as a counseling or therapy or medical guidance or even just a conversation. That conversation will be beginning of unlocking possibilities that you never knew existed. That script should be broken. Thank you.